Hi you guys, I'm Sasha Green and welcome back to another Monday Manna video. I want to talk to you about stepping out on faith. What does the Bible say about stepping out on faith? Well, the Bible says that that we walk by faith and not by sight. Well, what does that mean? It means that God may give you steps to take and not tell you what the ending of that journey will look like before you get there. He'll tell you to do a thing, and then you have to believe in God, and you'll have to trust in God and do the thing that He told you to do. So, what does taking a leap of faith look like for you? I know for me, it looked like packing up my house when I was just, I want to say, about 25 years old and moving to Dallas. I didn't have the finances at first, but out of nowhere, God put it in my heart to move to Dallas, right? And what happened was I had a grant and I had money left over from my grant in college that made me able to get a car. And so I took the leftover funds from college and bought me a Lumina, which is not the best of cars. It's like a Chevrolet Lumina. And I bought that. And then I had been praying about my purpose, for God to show me a purpose. So I started to mingle with Dress Beyond Success, my nonprofit organization today. But it was just a name then. It wasn't trademarked. It wasn't, it wasn't copywritten or anything like that. It was just something I was playing around with that I thought of. And I would make a Facebook page dedicated to Dress Beyond Success and post a bunch of inspiration on the page because I didn't know what my purpose was, and God was still showing me what my purpose was. So then, not only was I able to get me a car, I got a phone call back from the Art Institute of Dallas, and they said that I got accepted into the college in Dallas to study fashion design. Of all things, my favorite thing, because I was like, for a long time I studied nursing, but I didn't become a medical assistant. I was only a certified nurse's assistant, and I never saw the door open for me to become a nurse. And God told me not to become a nurse, that He doesn't need nurses in His kingdom. So I had to stop studying nursing so that I could find what my true passion was. And I learned that, ever since I was a small girl, I loved fashion design. I love designing clothes, and I love to draw the girls and the little clothing outfits and design them and make the hairstyles and with their matching bows to match the shirt top and the leggings and the boots and the handbag. And I was just really into that. And so when I worked at a call center, in my spare time while I was on the phone, I would be drawing. And I had this notebook full of nothing but drawings of girls with these fashion outfits. And I kept it. And I had presented it to the Art Institute of Dallas. And I wrote an essay as to why I wanted to attend the Art Institute. They gave me a call back and said, "Did you still want to attend the Art Institute?" I said, "Yeah." So I wound up being able to afford a U-Haul. I was only 25. I was able to afford a U-Haul. I packed my whole one-bedroom house. I had like 4 pets. I had like 4 dogs and 2 cats. Or 1 cat and like 3 dogs. And I packed it up. I got rid of my animals, sent them back to the shelter, to the dog shelter. And then I moved. I went to Dallas and I went to the orientation. I saw the school. I loved it. Came back to my small little town in Big Spring. And then I got approved for an apartment because I wasn't able to live on campus due to some legal issues. I couldn't live on the campus, but I got approved for an apartment. So instead of living on the campus in Dallas, I was able to get an apartment and still attend the college. I came down to Dallas, saw my beautiful apartment. It had a fireplace, a swimming pool, the slide glass back door. Everything was beautiful. I had my treadmill in my apartment. I had my eclectic looking furniture. I had my vintage bedroom set. And then the next thing you know, fashion design. And I loved it. But I didn't become a fashion designer. God didn't tell me that I wasn't going to become a fashion designer He just told me to take a leap of faith and believe in myself. He told me to find what my purpose was. He knew that I love clothes, but God wanted me to be more modest. So if anything, I had to do it for myself and become more modest. So what I wound up doing is not graduating from Art Institute due to my math skills. I'm not so good at math. And so that held me up from getting a degree. But I was able to design t-shirts, and I was able to publish books, and I was able to design journals and create bracelets and all type of little girly things, and design necklaces and do all type of fundraiser things. And it was fun. And I was sharing my message to the world to be modest, because I was a fornicator and I was always in a relationship with guys that didn't love me. They only wanted my body. And so after I learned that, and I took the leap of faith, God was showing me what my purpose was. And not only that, he was preparing me for marriage. Because about a year later, when I was about 27, I want to say I came to Dallas when I was 26. When I turned 27, I met my husband. So I had a house and a car and a dog and all that stuff when I lived in Big Spring, a small town. And when I came to Dallas, I still had all that. Plus, I met my husband. So not only did God like triple bless me, he blessed me with my apartment. He blessed me with getting accepted into the Art Institute of Dallas. And then he blessed me with my husband. And then not only that, I was in a big city that I had never been to before, who I didn't know a soul. And God just kept blessing me. Then years later, he blessed me to have my firstborn child. And then a couple years later, my secondborn child. And so on and so forth. So it's always about taking that first leap. No matter what the circumstances may be, God will help you and show you along the way what it is he wants you to accomplish from that. So if I didn't get anything from moving to Dallas as far as becoming a fashion designer, I still met my husband, and I still had children, and I was still able to design t-shirts that promoted modesty. And so that's the whole purpose and what he was showing me to do. Sometimes I'm not doing it for everybody else. Sometimes God shows you to do a thing for yourself. That it's not about everybody else in a big ministry. Sometimes the ministry begins with you. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, stay blessed, dress beyond success. Bye, guys.